It was a full 2.5 days
Okay,
from the
cool.
time we submitted the offer till we pulled up on him to find out what the heck was going on.
All right, all right. Welcome back to More FLA Homes. If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian Clay. Alongside me is one of our real estate rock stars on the squad, Epoxy. Josh, what's going on, man?
Let's go, man. What's going on?
Not much, not much. So, we talk to everybody about insider builder access, right? It's not just about the best reps to work with that's going to push our offers up to the top. We could say a lot about having the right people on our team when that's working for the builder pretty much. But having the wrong person is probably worse. I think I'd rather have not the wrong person than to have the right person, right? Because if you love a home and they screw that up for you, I mean, that is the end of the world. But take them home. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, so this family initially reached out to us. They were living in New York at the time. They were looking to retire, come down to Florida, enjoy the sunshine, get away from all that cold weather. So we set up a time for them to come down. In the meantime, we were kind of sending them some homes, getting them ready for the trip. So we had some things to look at. They got down, ended up going to check out a community. They fell in love with this new construction home. It was actually a model home. Submitted an offer through the builder's rep, but then crickets happened, man. Couldn't
Now,
get
full
this guy to
disclosure, some
answer the
people may
phone.
ask, I thought you guys have the best rep. In this industry, there is high turnover in this industry. And full disclosure, some of the agents on our team have come from these national builders, right? So if you do a good job, we're like, hey, look, you probably can help us help many people with many different builders, right? And then that'll fill a void until we run into that next rep that we think could get it done. So, we learn from all of our mistakes. As soon as we see a void, we try to find the best rep in that company. And sometimes you got to run through a few of them before you find the one that's like, okay, cool. I think you could be the one that can help us help some families. So,
Yeah, like you said, man, we've been through a lot of trials and tribulations doing this. We've been doing this for a long time as a team, which is actually what made us develop this built method that we have, is because of all the things that we've been through. That way our clients don't have to go through those same things. But like I said, couldn't get the rep to answer, went cricket on us. Our clients lived out of state at the time, so we didn't have a lot of time. Time was not on our side. Fortunately, knowing the area very well, having reps that I could lean on, we had plans B, C, D. So we had some secondary options to lean on. In the meantime, we're waiting on this particular rep. We were going and looking at these other homes. They actually fell in love with the home that we're in right now, but they still wanted to know about that first home.
yeah.
So we actually left this community. He was surprised. I don't think he was excited that we pulled up.
Yeah.
But the
Well, let
very
me ask
next
you
day,
this.
we
How long
finally get
has
the
he
call.
gone? How long did he go without answering your guys' text message or offer or anything? Like, how long was he sitting on that?
It was a full 2.5 days
Okay,
from the
cool.
time we submitted the offer till we pulled up on him to find out what the heck was going on.
Sure. And then what was that conversation like? What happened then?
So as soon as we get there, I could see through the glass mirror, and you could see a word that I'm not going to say on this channel come out of his mouth. So we go in, he's giving us the runaround. All they care about is their community, their bottom line. So he's giving us the runaround. We could tell he was BSing us.
Sure.
We ended up leaving. The very next day, we get a text, not even a phone call. We get a text. Hey, they accepted another offer. So this whole time we've been waiting, they've had this other offer they didn't tell us about that they were making sure went through before they told us that they weren't accepting ours.
Isn't that dirty, man? I tell everybody out there, like, and not all builders reps are like this. Not all builders are like this. But when you walk into these model homes, you are a number. You are a number to them, right? So you might as well have somebody on your side that's not working for the builder, right? It's not in our best interest to sell you this product. We actually want to show you all of them and try to get you the best freaking deal. But they were straight up using our people, right? So like, hey, we're going to keep this as a backup offer, not tell them it's a backup offer. We're going to wait 2-3 days to see if we can get this first one. Then if not, then we're going to be like, hey, can you guys come back and buy this home? I mean, that's the industry that we're in right now. And so that, those types of stories, and I know you're not done yet, are what keep that chip on our shoulders. I promise you. Like, our job is to get as much as we can out of these builders for you safely. Go for it.
Yeah, and just like we say all the time, the biggest lesson, a builder's rep works for the builder.
Mm-hmm.
We work for you. That's going to be the biggest difference of using us versus going to the builder's rep.
Now talk to us about this home right here. And before you even bring up like what we've done for our clients in this home, the best incentive to me is it cost our clients $0. Cost them $0 for your service. But talk to us about like how the whole transaction went with this one here.
Yeah, so at this particular community, we were able to get with one of our preferred sales reps. So the deal went a lot smoother. Communication was a lot better for our people. But yeah, ended up finding this was actually the second home they looked at in this community. They fell in love with a single story home. And I was like, well, let's go look at this one over here. So they go to see this one. Two-story wasn't even an option.
Wow.
They walk into this one and everything was just laid out perfect for them.
Yeah.
They wanted a game room because the husband's a big time gamer, wanted the huge living room. And as you see, this one had it. But you notice in this community, the lots are a lot bigger.
Good size
So with that
yard.
two-story home, you even get a bigger lot. Plus, you're right across the street from the amenity center. So you have a really, really good lot. And not that these people are ever going to want to sell, but if they do, they have that in their favor.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, man, that's funny that you say that two-story wasn't even an option for them. Like, it wouldn't be an option for me, too. I'm kind of a single-story ranch guy. But when you start to go through navigating buying these homes, and it depends on what level buyer you are, you may be a level 3 kind of semi-custom build it the way you want to. The price and location is going to determine a lot of that there. But, like, I think that's the luxury of being able to see these different communities. You can see and feel like, hey, is this going to be for me? Never thought of it this way. Let me look at that. And having somebody on your side that has the knowledge of all of the floor plans can really work in your favor, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And on this home, we actually got a really, really good deal as well.
Talk to us.
So, all in all, over $35,000 off the initial purchase price, on top of a below market interest rate at 4.5, and all closing costs covered. Now, this particular family was going VA. So, with all closing costs covered, that means they stepped foot in this home with no money out of pocket. They paid $0 to move into this home.
Makes you want to join the military, huh? Thank you for your services, everybody out there, by the way. My mom, my dad, my brother. I mean, I come from a background of a military background. So I'm actually one of those, what do they call it? A military rat or something like that, where I was born in Hawaii on like a military base. So thank you guys for your services. But man, I mean, what a great deal. 35. So we know, like, when we follow our cap strategy when it comes to negotiating, if we get that price moved, we've done a lot behind. We've done so much behind the scenes before we get that price to move around. So what about appliances, window treatments, that sort of thing?
Yeah, so all the appliances came, all the window treatments came. And actually, on this particular deal, I got one of the greatest compliments ever. So, as you know, once you get into the deal, that's when the real fun starts. When you start dealing with loans, underwriting, I mean, it can get really hectic. So, this family was having a lot of problems with the underwriter getting info from them. So, we did a three-way call with the lender. And after we got everything settled, get off the phone, they're like, man, they are just a completely different person when you're on the phone with us. You're just going to have to get on the phone every time we have to talk to this lady.
Yeah, I mean, once again, another number. And now, look, the lending department for most builders are going to give you some really, really good incentives, right? And if you can hold on and take a ride and just like bear with us for 30, 45 days, or bear with them for 30, 45 days, however long it takes, you can get a really, really, really good deal. But that is just another added layer of stress. If you are relocating, if you're getting a new job, if you got to start schools, search for homes, yada, 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 you get it, right? So, but one thing I forgot to check, we must have struck out on the epoxy on this one.
We did strike out on the epoxy on this one. This
not,
this
not everybody wants
particular
it.
builder, yeah, not everybody wants it. This particular builder flat out said, we do not do that.
Yeah.
We don't have a vendor for epoxy, but we can give you an acrylic garage floor, which, I mean, who wants that?
Sure.
The epoxy is where it's at.
Sure.
The epoxy is what's going to last. The acrylic's kind of like a cheap substitute that you're in a year you're going to have to fix yourself.
Yeah. We've gotten one time a builder that does not do epoxy, does not have vendors for epoxy, to do epoxy, and they actually made me sign an NDA. So that just goes to show you, I mean, I can't sign NDAs for every single deal that we have out there, but yeah, I mean, some builders are just going to straight up say no.
And at the end of the day, the seller paid our fees. And if you were going to go to court, would you go to the court with the other person's lawyer? So why would you buy a home without representation?
Having the right rep can positively impact the deal. We know, right? We can get our offers pushed up. The communication is very clear, but having the wrong rep can impact the deal way more than having the right rep could, right? I would rather have
Absolutely.
an average person that I have to email a few times to get a response from than the person that never responds back at all. And that can just totally waste a good deal because, as you and me may know, when there's a good deal on the market, they don't last long. You got to hop on them ASAP. So speed does kill in this industry. Anything else before we hop off?
No, that's about it.
Golden rule: before you reach out to the builder, make sure you reach out to your representation. Would love for it to be us. Send us an email, team@morefla.com. If you made it this far, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Catch you guys on the next one.
Later.